This is 1991 to 1992, entering the third grade, going to Miss Valerie's class. Dorka lady, pretty cool. Of course, the third door down from like the principal's office after you get up the steps out the main building. This year, I remember Byron getting a Christmas present, and he wants to get the Game Gear and Mortal Kombat. I want to say, and he had unwrapped it like 2 weeks or like a week, whatever, before Christmas, and beat the whole game. Like I watched him play the whole thing, and then he rewrapped it and still act surprised when, like when Christmas came around, like he never opened it. My teacher, Miss Valerie, I wrote this really mean thing about her for like no reason. Like I guess we had to get in front of the class and say how we feel about our teacher or whatever. I want to say like the night before, but I didn't prepare for this. So I just wrote something on the spot, like while inside class. And I said, my teacher is a lady with a 9 pound turd inside of her stomach. And I really wasn't planning on getting in front and reading it, but she called upon me. And I got in front of class and I read that right in front of the class. I have no clue why I wrote that, but because she was like one of the nicest teachers I had ever had. And they sent me to the office, to Mr. Gidger's office. And pretty sure I was supposed to be suspended, but I had to go back and apologize, which she deserved. She was pregnant at the time. Nobody want their child being called a 9 pound turd. Um, I received communion this year. I always want to walk up to Father Burke and get bread. I was finally like able to do so. That was our priest at the time at Immaculate. And you see all the adults get up and they would walk and they would hold their hands out and they would get the communion. And I thought that was so cool. And I always had to sit down and wait till my parents came back. But now since I received communion, I was able to walk up with the rest of the people. I remember the whole ordeal. We had to get like this little small book. Once I this green book called My First Communion, like a rosary type bead type thing. My mom had me all set up. I had this little white suit. I felt cool. Oh God, one of the kids inside of my class name was Quincy. This dude was just a hellraiser for like no reason, and he lived like for McElroy here. He lived like one house, so you could see like the school from his house. And he told me to come see his dog, and so I was after class waiting for my mom and whatnot. And so I was like, okay, I'll go see his dog, whatever. And so I go, and he's like, look inside the fence. It was like this chain fence or whatnot. And when I look inside, next thing you know, I was being like choked, like from the back, and I couldn't breathe. I'm claustrophobic, so it was killing me, man. Like I want to kill this kid, but I couldn't really do much, you know. I was nowhere near the size I am now, so yeah. Luckily, my mom was searching around the school for me because she was coming to pick me up, and she told him to get off me. And yeah, that's how I survived. Still have like he passed away now, but throughout my whole life, I just had this bad taste about Quincy. Um, I was finally able to get a blue jean jacket. Like I watched these like rap videos and like movies, and like people was like wearing like these blue jean jackets. I just thought that was like the coolest thing. And my mother finally bought me like this Stonewash. Mother or father, one of them bought me this Stonewash blue jean jacket to go to school in. Um, this summer, back to the Jaguars, still on the pitching machine. But I was able to say I moved to right field this season, this baseball season. And I hit my first home run. My dad always promised me, he said, if you hit a home run, I'm going to buy you whatever you want. I really wanted a Sega Genesis. And it was like 132 bucks or whatever. And yeah, he ended up buying me a Sega Genesis. I want to say Miss Jerry was in the crowd when I hit the home run. And that was a good feeling. I know like after all of my games, like games we would win, I guess probably didn't even care if we won or not. My dad would take me to Sonic's after the game to get me a full-on hot dog. And that was like filet mignon on me. Like it was like an expensive thing to me. Yeah, but I enjoyed those moments with my father. We came in second place that year. Um, this is close to the time. At the beginning of this year, and this year is when Kenneth and I finally started hanging around each other, and we clicked. pretty well, you know. I mean, I don't know Ray's mindset, but maybe he wants to be an only child or not. But um, I took in Ken as like a brother or a really close friend, and things I only thing I didn't like about Ken was like, oh man, like everybody would try to get like all net when they play basketball. Ken would use the backboard. And we was like, oh man, you're cheating. I mean, it was part of the game, whatever. And we would play like Mortal Kombat or like Street Fighter. He was the only person using the block button, which is smart, but we still thought it was like a cheat move, whatever, to use the block button. That summer we'll go to Galveston. We'll go to Galveston pretty much a lot of my summers, like 3 or 4 summers at least during my childhood. But I know this summer was the summer I was walking next to the pool, and my dad just shoved me inside. Like I had no clue I could even swim or not. And yeah, I pretty much doggy paddled all the way back to the lower ends. And we'll take these family bike rides. So like yeah, like one person inside the front, and then you know like this caboose type thing, whatever, inside the back with the rest of the family, like a 4-seater bike, whatever. Then my dad will like play around, like he'll drive it, and then like get close to the seawall edge, like this big cliff, and oh god, it scared the crap out of me. Yeah, but I remember those moments, and also I bought one of those. Well, I didn't buy it. My father bought me one of those. It's like a little container, like a cylinder, and it had like a real shark inside of it. That was dead, of course, you know, but it was inside like that fluid or whatever that kept it preserved. Yeah, that was pretty much my third grade school year in summer.